Okay, so we're live. All right, guys. I'm gonna be brief tonight. Um, a few people asked me to speak, so it's been a long day. I've been working since about 6 a.m., but I do feel, you know, I owe some obligations. If people ask me to speak, I have to do it, and I'm gonna do that. So we'll start with Jerry Clayton today and what was posted on M Live. And Sheriff Clayton said how it's been a tough time for him. Well, and he was there with the protesters. I guess my biggest issue is probably should have done that before you did the press conference where you bashed my clients basically. But, here we are. So I want to give everybody an update because Nate Frazier and I and Miss Duckworth and I have been all talking, and Nate and I spoke at length today. And, I'm told that the Washington Sheriff's Department wants to meet with my clients. And I put an email out. I said, okay, you want to meet with Dan Gradiel and Shatina Gradiel? Not doing it without me. And there's been no response to that. What this family has been through with the Taylor police, the Canton police, and of course here in Washington, as long as I'm their lawyer, they're never going to have interaction with the police again without me, and I'll be really clear on that. I've been preaching peace, and I hope we can find it. But peace and trust are two very different things. And while we have been advocating for peace, the word trust is a very different word. And to want to meet with my clients without me present, I don't think a rookie lawyer would be that dumb, let alone me. So that's not going to happen. If we want to have an open forum and an intelligent forum, you talk to Nate Frazier, you talk to Miss Duckworth, I'll bring my client. We could do it respectfully and intelligently. But we're not doing it on your terms. As far as I'm concerned, what happened on your terms led to my client having 3 knots on her head. So we're not going down that road. We've been preaching peace. When you want to meet us halfway, please let me know. And we're all ears. It hasn't happened yet. And one of the ways that we can find peace here is if Wayne County would dismiss these ridiculous charges against Shatina. This woman has served 5 months in jail and was the victim of the police in Canton and in Taylor. Somebody owes them an apology. And if we really want to work on unifying things, then we need to start by stop prosecuting victims. So, Sheriff Clayton, if you really care and you really want peace, here's an opportunity. Dismiss the charges against Shatina Gradiel. Use whatever influence you have and call Kim Worthy and get off your ass and do the right thing. That will start the healing process. You are not the victim here. Shatina and Dan are. And the fact that we are so divided on this issue is crazy to me. I've been threatened. This woman's been beaten. Dan's been tased. And there are people on social media that are making it like she's some hardened criminal that caused this. Dismiss the charges in Wayne. Because I promise you this, as much peace as we have been preaching, If this case goes to trial, or even a prelim, if it goes to a prelim in Taylor and a trial in Detroit, there's going to be no winners. I want you to think back to the Rodney King tragedy. And if the internet was around in 1992, what effect would that trial have had? If you make Shatina go to trial, I am going to fight like hell for her. But the backlash of a guilty or not guilty verdict is a powder keg waiting to happen. All of our protests have been peaceful. You have to meet us halfway. And somebody has to explain to me, and this is for you, Sheriff Clayton, why were you arresting Dan and Shatina in the first place? I see twists on the news and in the media, but we charged them with a bunch of resisting and obstruction. What were they resisting and obstructing? What was the actual arrest for? You can't arrest somebody for filming. You can't. So, but you really want to heal and bring some peace to this family? Dismiss those damn charges in Wayne. Do whatever you got to do. Call whatever you have to call. Let's make this a group effort. And if you don't want to do that, that's fine. I'm doing everything in my power to not have this go to trial. But we are not going to plead guilty to a crime they didn't commit. Let's be real clear about that. It's ridiculous that they're in this situation. I've got 92 criminal files right now across 11 counties, and I am working around the clock. And no matter what I have to do at my schedule, I am going to make the Grady L's a priority. I'm working this case with Trovius Starr. We've already been strategizing. If it goes to trial, nobody's going to win. But we will sure as hell fight to protect our constitutional protections. That's where we stand right now. As far as the rallies coming up, Minister Shabazz did ask me to come on Thursday, and Trovius Starr and I will be there at the Coleman Young Center at 1 p.m. And it will be a peaceful protest. And I want to speak on one thing here, because Shiawassee County is a county that's near and dear to my heart. And I'm told that there are going to be some protests in Shiawassee on Saturday. Let me be real clear about a few things. What we have going on in our country right now is an ugly epidemic. We're seeing police abuse. But we're not seeing Shiawassee County be part of this. The problem right now is Washtenaw and Wayne. So while everybody has a right to protest, I feel the effort should be placed in Taylor, Canton, and Washtenaw. That's where Dan and Shatina were wronged. That's what needs to be addressed. Wayne County and Washtenaw County are the issues. Shiawassee County, Eaton County, and wherever else these protests are going, you guys need to focus on where the harm has occurred. No matter what is done in Shiawassee, it's not going to affect Wayne County. We need to bring the protest to where the victims were actually brutalized. So what I'm asking for the protesters to do is, let's line up for Taylor, Let's line up for Canton and let's keep it going in Washtenaw because they are the three areas where Dan and Shatina have been brutalized. I respect what's going on in other counties, but we need to make an impact in Wayne, and I hope Thursday we move in the right direction on that. I want you to remember something. As of tonight, Shatina is still facing felonies, and she was the victim. You guys gotta dismiss this. If you don't dismiss these charges against this poor woman, you're sending a message to the world. Because, guys, the world is watching right now. If they have to fight for their freedom after being brutalized by racist police officers, I don't know what the outcome of that is going to be. But we are sitting on a powder keg right now. Wayne and Washtenaw County, get your heads out of your asses and work together and do the right thing. Everything that Miss Duckworth, Nate Frazier, the protesters, myself are working on is to try to right a wrong. And it wasn't a wrong that Shatina or Dan Grady caused. They are the victims. Don't make their life any worse than what you already have. Try to fix this. You have a chance to do the right thing. Let's work together and let's try to make this wrong into a positive thing so that 3-4 years from now, somebody in Shatina and Dan's situations are not going to have to live in fear when driving down the street in Wayne or Washtenaw County. I said this during the Bobby Reyes case. As painful as Bobby's case was, and the hell that Sarah and Jose went through in losing Bobby, the only thing I hope that will come out of this is that somebody else, some other child in Bobby's situation is going to get a chance at life. That comes full circle right now. Somebody else in Dan and Shatina Grady L's situation will be able to drive and live their life in peace without having to be the victims of racist police officers. We need to fix this, and we need to fix it now. Shiawassee, Eaton, all those other counties, they are not our problem right now. We need to fix the problem in front of us. And the problem in front of us is Taylor, Canton, and Washtenaw. We need to send a message to those three counties because if we send that message will be heard across the state of Michigan. But we can't send a message by making Shatina plead to a crime she didn't commit. She shouldn't have to face the prospect of jail or prison when she was the victim. So, I've had a ton of Zoom hearings all day and client intakes, and I'm working on this case tonight. And I know some people have called me, and I'm sorry if I didn't get back to everyone. I am working around the clock right now. But the quickest thing if you need me is to text me or shoot me an instant message on Facebook. Or shoot me on Messenger. Okay? Let's stay strong. Let's stay together. Let's try to bring justice home. Again, Jerry Clayton, if you really want peace, contact Wayne County. Tell them we got to fix this wrong. All the protesters out there, let's remain peaceful. Let's remain firm. But we have to send a message to Taylor, Canton, and Washtenaw. They are the three places where the Grady L's were wronged. They are the three places that need to know that we are unified and ready to fight for them. And they are the three places that have to do their part to make up for these injustices that have happened. All right, guys. Stay strong. See ya.